Our journey started from the plains of Central Luzon in the Philippines, became overseas Filipinos in the most tolerant, peaceful, and safe country in the Arab Gulf that has opened a lot of doors for us to see the world. Come, join us as we travel, or as we say it in Kapampangan, Mekeni tuki ka, maglakbe ka ta. All roads lead to Rome, but since we are already in Rome, why not visit the smallest state in the world, to the birthplace of Renaissance, to the world's fashion capital, to the floating city, to the field of miracles, and to a quaint small ancient town in the Italian Alps. We arrived in Rome Fiumicino Airport via direct midnight flight with Etihad in Abu Dhabi. Using our Eurail 1 country pass that was valid for 8 consecutive days, we took a connecting train from the airport to Roma Otiense, then to Roma Termini, where we found a cheap and decent space to stay in. We headed to the Vatican City, the seat of power of the Bishop of Rome and the head of the Catholic Church. It's a good idea to go here on a Friday morning to avoid the huge crowd visiting to the Basilica. But if you want to have a glimpse of the Pope or attend the Papal Mass, you must be here during Wednesdays, where the Pope normally holds a papal audience. You may want to check their website in the description to learn more about the papal audience schedule for the whole year. Musei Vaticani or Vatican museums contain masterpieces of painting, sculpture, and other works of art collected by the popes throughout the centuries. There are a total of 54 museums, with the last one being the Sistine Chapel, with its ceiling decorated by Michelangelo Buonarroti. The museums are usually open to the public from Monday to Saturday and offers free entrance every last Sunday of the month. Rome is an open-air museum itself. Wherever you look and go, you can always see an object of historic, artistic, or cultural significance. Ponte Sant'Angelo, or the Bridge of Angels, is a bridge completed in 134 AD by Roman Emperor Hadrian. It is lined with 10 distinct heavenly sculptured angels by Gian Lorenzo Bernini, where each holds a significant item in the story of Jesus Christ's Passion. Piazza Navona is one of the most charming and popular squares in Rome. It features important sculptures and creations such as the famous Fontana dei Quattro Fiumi, or Fountain of the Four Rivers by Gian Lorenzo Bernini in 1651, topped by the obelisk of Domitian. The 4 statues represent the most important rivers of the continents where Christianity had spread: the Nile, Danube, the Ganges, and Rio de Plata. The Pantheon, or the Temple of all the Gods, is the best preserved ancient Roman monument that has been in continuous use throughout its history. It is believed to be originally built in 27 BC in dedication to Romulus, Rome's mythological founder, and was rebuilt by Emperor Hadrian in 120 AD. In 609, the Pantheon was the first pagan temple to be transformed into a church. It was then dedicated to Saint Mary and the Martyrs. Fontana di Trevi, or the Trevi Fountain, is the largest Baroque fountain in the city and one of the most famous fountains in the world. A traditional legend holds that if visitors throw a coin into the fountain, they are ensured a return to Rome. Quick fact, an estimated 3,000 euros are thrown into the fountain each day. Colosseo, a 2,000-year-old monument, is the largest amphitheater in the world and the symbol of the eternal city of Rome. It is also one of the new seven wonders of the world. The Colosseo district also has the Arco di Costantino, Palatine Hill, and Foro Romano. Walk a few meters and you will see the monument of the first king of a unified Italy, Vittorio Emanuele II, the Altar della Patria. It was Sunday and was our last day in Rome. We attended an English Mass at the Santa Maria degli Angeli e dei Martiri that was located just in front of Piazza della Repubblica. We reached Firenze Santa Maria Novella from Rome Termini through the high-speed train within an hour and a half. Firenze or Florence is the capital of Italy's Tuscany region and is home to great masterpieces of Renaissance art and architecture. For our 3-day trip to Florence, we purchased a Firenze card that gives us a priority access to most of the city's museums, admissions, and exhibitions. One of Firenze's iconic sites is the Cathedral de Santa Maria del Fiore, or simply the Duomo, a cathedral with a terracotta tiled dome engineered by Giotto. The Galleria della Accademia displays Michelangelo's David sculpture, while the Uffizi Gallery exhibits Botticelli's The Birth of Venus and Da Vinci's Annunciation. While in Firenze, we did a day trip to Pisa, of course to see and have a selfie with the most famous Leaning Tower in the world. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, or simply the Campanile or Bell Tower, is part of Campo dei Miracoli or Square of Miracles, which was medieval Italy's grandest project. Beside the Leaning Tower, you can also find there the Il Duomo, the Baptistery, and the Camposanto. Venezia is another Italian region's capital. Since we only had very limited time in Venezia before heading to Milano, a clever plan was needed to maximize our stay. The best way we thought of was to ride a gondola. We walked some meters from the main train station to the alleyways of Venice and found a gondola waiting for us to hop on. We went through a number of interconnecting canals, under numerous bridges, down to the magnificent Grand Canal. We passed under the Rialto Bridge and ended the ride soon after. Walking through the streets of Venice was kind of a challenge. It's like you're trying to find an escape route from a never-ending maze of Renaissance buildings. We found our way to Piazza San Marco at sunset, and there we had our gelato while watching a group of old men serenading the crowd. Ninang Rose was waiting for us in Milano Centrale that night. Her family was our host during our short stay in Lombardy's capital. We had an amazing time with the Sabado household. Having to see in person Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper was the highlight of our Milano trip. The Duomo was indeed incredibly beautiful, as well as the country's oldest active shopping mall, the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II. We concluded our Italian trip with a day tour in a quaint small ancient town in the Italian Alps, Bergamo. We rented an electrical bicycle from the bus terminal and climbed our way up to Città Alta. The view up there was surreal.